So the idea that I wanted to share with you all is around the fact that I may have overinvested in this channel, and I'm not regretting this in any way. I'm just wanted to say that I had so much fun with this microphone that I went ahead and bought another one. However, these microphones, in order to use them as left and right channels, you need to have an audio interface, something that connects the two channels, left and right, into a single audio stream, in an audio file. And so I bought the second microphone, and I can't really justify buying the audio interface this month, so I have to wait until next month. But after September, depending on how many videos of these single mic formats that I have in the back, after September you should start seeing this dual channel, dual microphone setup, and I'm really looking forward to it because I have so many ideas around how to use both sides, especially with the niche of this channel where I have a lot of bilingual content. I could do one language in one microphone, one language in another, and I know this has probably been done before somewhere else, but I'm just having fun and exploring ideas as they come to me. And so with this idea, I don't want to make you guys wait a whole week every time to hear the language that you are most interested in, whether it's Ukrainian, whether it's English. So I am planning to increase the frequency of my video releases. Namely, I want to make a video on Monday, or release a video on Monday, as well as release a video on Friday like usual. If you're new to my channel, just to bring you up to speed, I release a video every Friday, but sponsors of the channel, or members of the channel, in Ukrainian I call them sponsors, it just makes more sense that way, but the members of the channel receive all these videos as soon as they are uploaded to YouTube, and I set a schedule for them all to be released every Friday. And I want to continue doing this for the channel members, of course. However, there will be 2 videos coming out every week instead of just one, so it should be good for everyone, really. The only things that will stop me from doing this or going through with this idea is, firstly, if the YouTube algorithm somehow sees that, oh, he's made twice as many videos, but he's getting the same amount of engagement from his viewers, so maybe I need to recommend his videos less or something like that. I don't really want that outcome. I'm not sure if that is one of the potential outcomes, but it feels like YouTube is a fickle beast and it can go that way. So of course, if the YouTube algorithm doesn't reward the extra work that I'll put into to result in 2 videos a week, then I'll probably go back to the same format because it's simply not really worth the effort. And as much as I love making these videos for you guys, and I love reading your comments, it still has to be worth it. This is an expensive hobby. Just in the last 2 months, which of course is my decision, so I'm not complaining in any way, but I've spent around £600 on the setup, or I'm planning to, well, I've spent 400 because these microphones are around £200. So I've bought the second microphone, and I need to buy an interface next month, so I will have spent more than £600 within 60 days. And for the size of this channel, that's too much, really, because I get maybe 60, maybe £100 every 2 months, and I'm obviously spending a lot more than I'm earning, and I want to make these videos and enjoy making them, but it also has to be sensible. I can't justify spending way more than I bring in, because I have to be an adult. I have other financial responsibilities like paying off my mortgage and having debts that I'm trying to settle with my student loan, for example. So I hope that doesn't come across like I'm just making these videos for the money. I'm definitely not, and if I was, it would be a very bad idea because it's not like it's a lucrative investment. average I make more than I release. And it's kind of exciting to think I'm gonna have this professional setup with 2 microphones and an audio interface to help me monitor myself, but also get a clean setup with these microphones. So it's all very, very exciting. It's very, very exciting. Now, because I've already bought the microphone, it's not like I'm asking for permission, but I am really curious about if you have any opinions, any thoughts on the direction that I'm going in. I'll be happy to read them. I won't respond to everyone. I need to think these things through myself, but I do appreciate your opinions and your thoughts and your support as always. I know that the 95% of my viewers are super, super supportive, and there is a very small minority that I just ignore, but most of you are such a pleasure to interact with on the channel. And I was reflecting a lot recently on how this channel has grown. I still remember celebrating videos that had only 200 views, because that was such a high number for me at the time. And now we get around 2,000, and some of the videos over 20,000 views, which is rare but still is amazing. And the fact that I have 4,000 at the time of recording this video, 4,200 subscribers, it's really nice to see. Really, I couldn't appreciate your support more. The majority of my audience is Ukrainian, because the videos that do the best typically are the Ukrainian videos, but I know a lot of the Ukrainian audience still enjoys the English spoken videos because it helps them learn. It also is interesting to listen to a language that you maybe partially know but you are learning. And I know there are some English viewers or people that don't understand Ukrainian but still watch my videos just to show support, which is incredible, but also because it's kind of like an inaudible hack, because if you don't understand the language it all sounds inaudible or unintelligible, which is also quite useful for focusing and relaxing without having to pay your mind to whatever the person is talking about, which I do recommend with this channel, because most of the time I'm giving an unplanned ramble into these microphones that sound amazing, but what I'm saying is probably nonsense. So I think it fits I think everybody wins. Of course, this channel is a hobby, and I really love these videos. It's a creative outlet for me. A lot of the time I finish my working week, and other than seeing some films or maybe going out for dinner, I sometimes am lost with what I want to do. Especially if there isn't like a game that I'm playing at the time. I've always been a gamer, so at the moment I'm playing Lies of P, and I'm very close to completing it, so I'm probably going to get the DLC. But I've played all sorts of stuff, and soon, in 4 days exactly, because I'm recording this on the 31st of August, on because it should give me that ability. But it's gonna be so much fun getting all this set up and having this professional gear. Who do I think I am? I've been enjoying playing with this really flimsy, thin plastic. I think it's from like a watch strap or something. Yeah, I think it was, because it's got this line in the middle to separate the side with the buckle and the side that's just the leather. There's another game that's coming out. It's called Valor Mortis, I think. It's like a first-person. It's a first-person Souls-like. And I watched a few videos about it. It looks really interesting. You basically wake up as a soldier on a battlefield, and you are part of the French army because you hear Napoleon speak to you and tell you to get up and go and fight and continue fighting, that kind of thing. There's obviously a very interesting connection to Napoleon from the character that you play as. But visually it looks really, really impressive to me. It makes me wish I had like a really expensive gaming setup so that I could experience a game like that in like the full resolution. But I'm sure it will be more than good enough on the PS5, where I play most of my games. I don't know if it's most of my games, because I also use the Switch 2 and the Steam Deck whenever I'm wanting to have something handheld or for travel. And I think most of the time I do use the Switch 2 and the Steam Deck actually. But it's really nice having like a high-end game that you play. And at the moment, like I said, it's Lies of P, which is a few years old now, I think. But it looks so good. And I think it kind of came out of nowhere from a studio that I don't think was very well known. But they did a really good job at like the feel of the game. It kind of feels like a more modern Bloodborne, which was also a very good Souls-like. Souls-likes are a very common thing in gaming now. For what it's worth, I really like that idea. And typically those games are a lot darker in nature and are quite challenging, and I do like a challenging and a dark kind of dystopian storyline. In Lies of P, it's inspired by the story of Pinocchio and Geppetto, and it's like in a world where there was these puppets that did all the automation for people, like sweeping the streets and building houses and all this. But the puppets turned bad, basically, and I won't go into all the details for the sake of ASMR. But it's a very interesting storyline. I highly recommend it. It was actually, if you managed to get it on PS Plus in August, you would have got it for free. That's how I got it. I didn't know about it for a long time before, but I just couldn't be bothered, I suppose, or I didn't want to invest in a game that I wasn't sure about.